Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Five of Wands. You've really been working hard lately. You've been striving for something. You're in the middle of a great fight. Yeah. I think you're trying to get something through. You're trying to finish something. I don't know what this push is, but it's some big project. I don't know if it's for work or school or if you're retired or whatever it is, a creative project. You're right in the middle of this battle, and I don't feel that your energy is giving way at all. I feel as if you're at the top of your game, right? Your peak performance right now. But let's put that into some context. We can't keep pushing forever, right? There has to be some way for this to lessen, right? So let's see what we got. Let's put some more cards out. We got the Emperor. Well, we're not giving up yet. We got a Queen of Cups. We've got the Hierophant. Interesting. We got a Knight of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles. Good earth energy right here. Look at that. That's all earth energy. Even the Hierophant. Earth energy. All of this fire. All of this push. Even the Emperor. Fire, right? All of this fire. I think we're making a dent. We're making an impression on the world. I think you are manifesting. You're making a difference. And I think this is working out. Let's see what else we got. More fire, more fire, more fire, and happiness at the end. Ooh, that's good. All of this fire is paying off, right? All of this fire, you're not giving up, you're not quitting, you're not pulling back, you're not stepping off the gas because you're seeing a difference. You're seeing something getting done, right? And so you're gonna kind of keep going. And I think this is really the process of you being happy. This is your fate, right? This is the Nine of Cups at the very end. This is the pursuit of happiness. This is you living the dream life, right? Through your activities, the things that you're doing, right? Your actions, the life that you are living. Happiness is not a state that we attain. It's not some place that we get to. We say, oh, I made it. No, it's the way we do things, right? And I think when you're in this fire to earth, well, then more fire. That process is happiness to you, is joy, is satisfaction, is fulfillment, is love, is abundance, right? And fire to earth and then back to fire again is kind of like the will, the impulse, the ambition, the enthusiasm into your behavior, into your world, into the external material environment. You're making a difference. Things are happening. You're manifesting it. You're accomplishing things. Well, then we're going to go back to fire and we're going to do it again, right? That's the process. Fire to earth and back again. And that is happiness for you. And whatever this is, I think it's a way of life for you. This might be a particular project that you're involved with right now, okay? I think you are the leader of some effort, some push, right? It could be a solo project. It could be involving a group. I do think that there's some sort of a group here. I don't know if it's a class thing or if it's an artistic thing, if it's, maybe it's a job or something. But I feel like there are other people around, or there's some kind of, I don't know, not so much other people, although we do see the court card. So yeah, I do think there's other people, but primarily with the Hierophant, I feel as if there's some sort of it's like you're the representative of something, Does that make sense? That you're like the spokesperson for a product or for like an institution of some kind, right? You're representing the school, or you're representing the company, or you're the face of this movement. Does that make sense for you? Okay, you're the one that is standing out, leading the charge, but there's this whole, it feels like a movement, really. You're kind of, maybe you're the conductor of the orchestra, right? Or you're the one driving the car, that sort of thing, right? But there's this larger entity behind you, is what I'm feeling, okay? Who in your life has the bright green eyes? Somebody's got really, really bright green, right? Like glowing green eyes. Who is that to you? I don't know why that's standing out to me. But right now you're this emperor energy. Right now you're the leader of this, and it is this is your baby. This is your project. You're leading the charge here. And I think it feels really good. It feels like this is where you are meant to be, you know. I feel like this is your fate, you know, to be, because to me it feels satisfying. It feels like hard work. Yeah, sure. We've got that 5 of Wands. It's difficult work. You're out here reaching, grabbing for things, moving things, trying to make an impression, trying to make some sort of progress. And this is right where you want to be. And I don't even see the details of that progress. See, when we're talking about the earth energy, the manifestation of your efforts, the results of your efforts, we don't have a 9 or a 10 of Pentacles. No, we've got a kind of a general card here with the Princess of Pentacles that just says it's manifesting, right? You're making a difference. With the Knight of Pentacles, you're looking out at the future. You're looking way over here, right? Because this is the card that is thinking long-term goals, right? And so this is the kind of work that you want to be busy. You want to be using your power, using your force and your energy and your creativity, all of your skills, all of your talents are being applied to this. And you're thinking long term. This is really, I feel like this is the ideal place for you. This is exactly where you want to be. Yeah. And so in some ways, it doesn't really matter what the immediate details or the immediate accomplishments are, because we're thinking long term. Yeah, we know we're making a difference on the world. We know everything's manifesting and we're reaching these goals, right? We are accomplishing things, but I don't even care about that. I'm just still thinking long term, right? Your vision is always projected further out. And so this is something that's lasting. This is something that is going to take you very, very far in life. Yeah. And I think there is I think obviously with the earth energy, there's some sort of financial component here. But the water energy that we have, first, mystery card. Yeah, let's just put this out. Random card from the Pamela Coleman Smith Tarot. We're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Mr. Ed, the tiny horse, right on top. Okay. The water energy underneath. This is kind of that motivation. This is that deep well of satisfaction. And Cancer, of course, you're known for having a depth of emotion. You're known for being very sensitive. You're known for being very, having intense feelings, very deep feelings, right? And I think this is what is motivating you. So when we say this is some sort of a movement, it feels like this is something for which you care greatly. This is something that gives you a sense of purpose, right? It's something that you almost feel like you have to be involved with. It has such meaning for you. And I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to speculate. But it's something that really grabs you at your core, right? It really speaks to who you are in the depths of your soul. And maybe it's a social issue, maybe it's some kind of a creative thing, maybe it has something to do with, with helping others or caring for others or helping to heal people, or I don't know what it is. It could be cooking, I don't know. But it's something that really, really matters to you. And that's what gives you all of this fuel. That's what gives you all this fire. This is the gasoline that's underneath, all of this. That's fueling this engine. That's right inside of you right now. And this is extraordinary energy. Now over here, we have this fire and we have this earth. And then when we go back to the fire, it's kind of like with every accomplishment that we make, we have to kind of reorient ourselves and choose what direction to go next. This is kind of like every waypoint in your navigation, you have to then set the next waypoint. Okay, and this is part of that long-term vision. Everything we accomplish, we then have to say, okay, what's coming next out of all these 360 degrees around us? Where's my next milestone? Where's my next waypoint? And we set that, and then we're fire and earth. We're ready to go and manifest that, right? And I think that's probably where you are right now. I think you've been having a lot of action, right, and a lot of accomplishments. And I think you're probably at that time right now where you're ready to set the next waypoint. Right. So we've got this Eight of Wands here, and sometimes this is a little bit of anxiety because this is, we start getting wrapped up just in the energy of creation that we maybe don't have such a clear idea of exactly what to do next. And maybe part of this is because our vision is so far out that we have trouble seeing kind of what's right in front of us. I know what I want long term. Yeah. This is it. What do I have to do today and tomorrow to get that, right? So sometimes we have to kind of refocus. And I notice when we look around, we don't have any air energy. Okay, so we don't have a lot of discernment right now. We don't have a lot of thinking going on. We're kind of wrapped up in the moment. We're wrapped up in this process of this creative fire. We're here and we're immersed in it. We're consumed by it, right? We need a little bit of air energy perhaps in order to give us the structure to help us plan how to get that long-term goal, right? How to sustain this for the long-term life. We need to work our way. We're kind of reverse engineer it so I know what to do today and tomorrow, And so we maybe with the mystery card, we'll get a little bit of air energy. Maybe we should do quickly a Metatron Oracle card. See if we can get a little bit of discernment, a little bit of planning, something to show some organization, and a little bit of detachment, I think. Kind of a little bit of objectivity, maybe. Let's see what we get. Oh, we got two. We got blue, Madonna, and mothering, but then we also have karma, untying the knots. So the idea of karma is very much attached to the Knight of Pentacles, right? I always say that this is the card of karma, because this is the recognition that every thought, word, and deed in the present moment is creating that future that we want, right? But we're kind of we're experiencing this the other way. We know who we want to be, where we want to be, and what we want to be doing in the future. We have to think of the karma now. What do I do now to make sure that happens, right? And that's, I think, what we've got to, rather than untie the knots, maybe we've got to tie some knots. We think of tying knots in a rope, so then you can kind of feel your way. You get to the next knot, okay, and then you struggle, you get to the next knot, and it's a way of pulling ourselves up, right? So I kind of think we need a little bit of the knots in this case, right? So that we can have those incremental goals. And that's the hardest part for you right now, because the Four of Pentacles in the position, Four of Wands, in the position of what we don't want, right? We don't want to slow down and think about the step-by-step incremental goals. We're immersed in this fire energy right now. We're immersed in this effort. It's hard for you right now, I think, to slow down and think of those incremental goals, the step-by-step. Think of to think of today and tomorrow, rather than just think of like the long term, And I like that we have this blue one. This is a new one for me, the Madonna and the mothering. Right? And I think that this really goes with this Queen of Cups too. There's very similar cards, mother energy, divine mother kind of energy. And I think that we sometimes need to immerse ourselves in some of this nurturing energy. We get too much into this fire, and we start to kind of, maybe we lose sensitivity. You know, we lose a little bit of our compassion, perhaps. We lose a little bit of our softness. So we might need to slow down a little bit even, right? And kind of get back to the source of all of this, you know, the reason why we're here, in order to just take a breath, you know, do some self-care, do some healing. You know, we're out here in battle the whole time, and we're going from one battle to the next, you know, and that's what we love. That's our end. That's where we feel we belong. But we still have to put some ointment and some salve on our wounds, you know. We still have to recover. Yeah. So we need to go back to this place of healing. And sometimes cancer, we can do the opposite thing. Everyone thinks of cancer as someone who, at the first sign of trouble, what do? They just go inside their shell, right? And they just go inside to their safe place, and they try to feel better, right? But sometimes cancers can do the very opposite of that. Sometimes cancers can completely leave their shell and forget to go back and heal and rest. You know, it could be the exact opposite. And I don't think cancer gets enough credit for that. That's a very overlooked quality of cancer, or tendency perhaps. Everybody thinks of cancer as retreating into the shell and avoiding the conflict, right? But sometimes it's the exact opposite way. That you get so fired up and so immersed in something that you forget about kind of going home and taking care of things at home, you know? And so maybe that's the Madonna, the mothering that we need right now. Maybe this is what we got to do, is just kind of to go home every once in a while, do the laundry, you know, and wash the dishes and have a snack, and then get back out there. And we kind of see the balance here with the Queen of Wands, because this is both fire and water, right? It's another queen. It's another kind of mother energy. And I wonder if there is a certain connection here with a mom in your life, or some sort of mother energy. I don't know if your mom has passed or not, but there is now this kind of this presence of the mother energy. And I don't know what your relationship is with the mother figure in your life, but I feel that presence is definitely around you right now for some reason. Yeah, it's something that's definitely with you, and there's a spiritual energy around you right now. Yeah. But back to the path of the serpent, that Nine of Cups. This is, again, it's that verb, it's that function. This is how you live your life. And this is fire to earth, and then back again to fire. And that's the process that really makes you feel as if you're living the life, that you are the best version of yourself right now. You are doing what you're meant to do. Yeah, and I think it feels really, really good. We've got to remember to go home and check in and do the laundry and take a rest and all that kind of stuff, make the bed, whatever. Let's look at the mystery card. And I wonder if this is going to be some more mom energy. Maybe the Empress, maybe this is going to be the Chariot, your power card. Okay. If you have a prediction for this card, go ahead and put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. Queen of Pentacles, another queen, right? Another mom energy. This time it's the Queen of Pentacles, so it's right here with all of this earth energy. And so I don't know if you're kind of doing something like continuing the work of that maternal figure in your life. I'm kind of thinking now that maybe mom has passed, okay? And I don't know why I'm getting a V. It sounds like a V, Victoria or Violet or something like that for a name. But I almost feel like we kind of need to slow down, and we need to acknowledge that maternal energy is very much aware of what you're doing and is very proud of you. There's a happiness watching you. You know, because you're living your life, you're doing what you need. And yes, you're exhausted and you're putting in a lot of hours at this, but you really are happy. You really are doing what you're supposed to be doing. And so there is this pride almost. And I kind of feel like this maternal energy is so thankful that you finally found your thing. Does that make sense? Because I wonder if you've been going through a lot of different versions of yourself, none of which have been all that satisfying, right? And so it's been kind of disappointing. And now you finally found something that is an expression of you, something that really makes you feel like this is it. And I feel like there's a happiness and there's almost a relief that you found your place in the world, you know? And I think that this maternal energy is very much aware of what you're doing right now and is very, very happy that you've found it. Yeah? Very happy that you've grown into this version of yourself and you seem to be doing what you're meant to be doing. It feels really good. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings are Cancer every Tuesday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.